Moving on, man. So one of the most anticipated albums for the week, and has been for some weeks, Quavo and Takeoff will be coming out with the only Built for Infinity Links album.
This has been very highly anticipated. Is it highly anticipated because we're waiting to hear their album, or is it highly anticipated because we're waiting to hear what this is going to be without Offset?
I would say both. That's a great question. So definitely, I think we're excited to hear new music from Migos or not Migos, whatever. Quavo and Takeoff, yes. But also, we're wanting to hear how they're going to be without Offset moving forward. And we also want to hear this to be able to compare it to what Offset is going to do when he drops his solo album next month.
And on top of that, I want to hear the content of the lyrics. I want to hear what you're saying about this shit. At first, I was thinking that it was going to be just to hear what it would sound like without Offset. And then I started hearing some of the singles. The singles sound great. Yeah. Everything that they've dropped sounds amazing. Or at least great, to say that. I actually can't wait.
Yeah, I would say the plan so far, it's working. You know what I'm saying? They have us hyped. We're anticipating the album. It's working.
I don't want to take shine off of Quavo and Takeoff, but this is what we're here for, Corey. We're moving into October. Friday is October the 7th, right? When do we get Offset's album?
Oh, it's coming out already in November. He already announced. It's like November 14th.
Did he? I didn't see this.
Yeah. It's coming out in November.
Whoa. Why didn't you tell me this?
I just said, that's why I said next month. It's coming out next month.
No, you waited until on the pod to tell me that?
I thought you knew that, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, his shit coming out next month.
That's kind of crazy. And then I said, why didn't you tell me? And he said, I just did. Yeah, I get it. What the fuck? No, this guy's an asshole. And now you guys...
Nah, bro, I thought you knew that.
Do y'all hear this, man?
I mean, my fault, bro.
Wow, he didn't privy me. That's crazy.
I thought you knew that.
And we have a pre-production. We were here for hours, Corey.
Thought you knew, bro.
Like that was already on the list. Like, that is crazy, man. Like, you wanted to stump me in front of all the people?
Nah, bro, I would never do that.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
I respect you way too much for that, bro.
Okay, this was a power play.
You my dog.
You trying to Wayne Brady this? No. I'm playing. But this was really, really big because there was an interview today or yesterday. My apologies, or the day before yesterday. I don't remember what day the interview was. No, I'm just kidding. But Quavo and Takeoff were inside of this interview, and they were asked, will there be more Migos albums? Will there be more Migos music? What's your relationship with Offset at the moment? You guys going to do more music with him? There was a brief silence. And when there was a reply, it started from Quavo, of course, because he's the honcho.
Quarterback.
Yeah, And he said their plans as of right now are to see their career as a duo. They want to see their career as a duo. They don't have any plans as of right now to release any more Migos albums or in the near future.
Yeah.
They said that they do pray a lot, and family is always going to be family. But right now, it's not in the cards.
Yeah, so right now it just sounds like they are focused on just themselves. Like you mentioned, just it being a duo moving forward. But what I will say about Quavo, what I read from that body language.
Oh, yeah. He was speaking he was saying things without saying it.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, the long pause first. The body language.
Both of them had the body language.
Quavo also stated that this has nothing to do with the label. This has nothing to do with QC. This has something to do with loyalty.
Yeah, so for me, right there, that said, hey, I know what y'all saw in the media about Offset and QC, what he's got going on with P. Hey, fuck that. That ain't even my problem.
Yeah, that's not our problem. Yeah.
But I'm sure that has something to do with it, but like he's on some, that ain't even the half of it.
Right. Something personal.
Yeah, like we'll deal with you and QC and the shit that you're doing with this later.
For sure.
What about this?
What about this that only us in a circle really know? Something personal is going on.
Did you see Travis Porter?
Well, I didn't. What happened?
You know, that Atlanta duo was back. And they were on a very popular podcast.
Okay.
They're pretty tied in Atlanta. I'd say that. I think you would say that.
Yeah, of course.
They were asked about this. They said, man, that shit happened over a bitch. And one of the members were like, all right, man. Now, we not going to say all of it did, but they were like, it started over one. They said it's always over one.
Of course. Who is it?
Are we going to be the allegations podcast, Corey? Come on now. We know they didn't all have they didn't all have girlfriends, but some of them had girlfriends, some of them had wives.
Right, at certain points.
Just narrow.
Okay. Interesting.
There's a crazy rumor that's going on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
If you're privy enough on Twitter, I don't want to say it here because I don't want to be the allegations podcast. I don't want to be the messy guy. But there's a rumor going on Twitter. If you can find the rumor, I'll let you do it on your own. But streets is talking.
For sure.
Streets is talking.
But needless to say, going back to the body language that I read from Quavo, it reads that this is personal. So the rumor, you know what I'm saying? It could be that. It could be, you know, money. It could be something within their relationship. Because, yeah, like you said, it's not strictly that the QC situation. I'm sure they feel some type of way that he left the group, of course, because they've always been the three.
Right.
So, of course, you're going to feel that.
But if it was still all love, like not personal, they'd be wishing him the best where he's at.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's something that cut deep between Quavo, maybe, between Takeoff, maybe. Who knows?
That's another thing that I was going to get at. It seems to me that it's between Offset and Quavo.
I mean,
because
body language.
And also, when I listened to Takeoff talk about it, Takeoff was the one that was saying, now we can't count anything. We can't count something out forever.
Yeah.
We family now. Ain't nothing going to change. So we can't count it out. And we pray a lot. So whatever ends up happening in the future happens. Quavo was not the one that said any of that. Quavo was the one that said, hey, I stand on loyalty.
Fuck.
And yeah, and when there's a problem, like until that's yada yada yada, we're gonna be the duo. That's basically he basically in a nutshell, Quavo said there's a problem, and until that problem's solved, we're gonna be the duo. And then Takeoff stepped in and said, hey, we a family. We always gonna be a family. We pray a lot. So who knows what's gonna happen in the future? But hey, just not right now. Takeoff came in with the, all right, let's be cool about it. Quavo didn't have that.
I mean, yeah, you can, obviously, I could have guessed it was between Quavo and Offset. I don't think anybody's going to beef with Takeoff. He just looks like the cool guy out of the group who just tries to make everybody cool, like you said.
And he's the little bro out of the group.
Yeah, he's the youngest. So that makes sense, though. But yeah, obviously, like I said, just going back to the body language and what was said in that interview, you obviously know that there's an issue between Quavo and Offset, something personal. And who knows, man? I mean, we'll probably never know the full truth of that story. Hopefully not, but it's sad to see. But moving forward, bro, it's going to be a duo now. We're going to have Quavo and Takeoff, Unc and Few, and then we're going to have Offset.
I don't want this to be like New Edition. And then you got the LSG shit, and then you got...
that's whack. I hope not.
I mean, I don't want it. I mean, of course, not getting to the point of like a fist fight or things like that. But I mean, like, I don't want it to be years on years on years on years before cousins and brothers make up. Like, these niggas changed the rap game. These niggas are arguably the greatest group in hip hop. Like, I know you have your Tribe Called Quest, you have NWA, you have Public Enemy that take the cake for more lyricists or more lyrical artists. The way that you have Nicki Minaj that might be the best, but you have Cardi B that took this shit commercially and money-wise and records, accolades to a whole new level. You have Migos. You can't have what's the Drake of groups do this.
Yeah, there was never a group in rap that went as global as they did, that became rock stars, that was on the cover of Rolling Stone. Like, they went worldwide.
Making the money, rapping, securing the deals, rapping, the collaborations, the partnerships, the Popeyes things we saw, like shit like that. That was just an example.
All from rap.
Together doing that. Come on now.
Yeah,
they're not as valuable separate as they are together.
And that's why I hate this so much.
Yeah, they're not. Now, Offset keeps a tag on him, and Quavo has somewhat of one. But together,
they're unstoppable, bro. Mm-hmm. Of course, the talent is there. They can do whatever they want to do solo. They were doing it when they were a group. They didn't always have to make songs together. They didn't have to have the same deals. They were solo artists, but when it came to the group, they were unstoppable, bro. And now we're not gonna have that anymore.
And I have family. We talked a couple times, like a couple pods ago, about shit with like my dad. Not talking to family for long periods of time, you'll never forget it. Even if y'all come back and y'all close, like if it was summer 2023 or like the year 2023 or whatever it was, like you gonna remember that year y'all didn't talk. When y'all get back, it's gonna be different. It's gonna take a minute. Like you're gonna see, like when they get back together, you'll see the videos of them making an album together in the studio, but it won't be the same.
It's gonna be a weird vibe.
Yeah, like there might be another culture. There'll be another culture one day.
Yeah,
it won't be the same though.
What about the family reunions?
Nigga, you know how much these niggas is worth? These niggas don't go to no fucking family reunion. All them fucking niggas is probably asking for money. Rich niggas don't go to family reunions. Come on now. You know how long it's been since I've been to a family reunion?
Facts.
No, I'm just
kidding. I forgot you was rich.
No, I'm just gonna stop playing, man. I'm not fucking rich. Are we ready to move on?
Let's do it.